Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with Real People, a candid conversation with Dr. Caroline Bethea-Jones. This is part 3 of my candid conversation with Miss Linda Miller. Take a listen.
We're going to move on to the next thing. We're going to talk about something that, we both love.
What we do?
We love. We're going to talk about books. Yes. Reading and books and writing. And, you know, you may not be a writer in the sense of...
Not yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You are a writer. You may not be a published author
not yet. Yes.
But your love of books is so... magnanimous that we're going to talk about your love of books. So let's go. Let's get out of the politics and let's move into the fun stuff. Let's talk about books.
Let me tell you about my appetite for reading.
Yes.
That the last apartment I had, so I had 3 bookshelves. One was for like school books and work stuff.
Yeah.
And the other 2 was for personal reading.
Yeah.
So now, I had the hardcovers and then I had the soft covers. So the soft covers supposedly were the smaller books.
Mm-hmm.
I could fit those in like 3D or however I would fit them in. And then the hardcovers, the only like maybe 2 you can put in. And I started stacking them. So it started getting ridiculous. It started getting...
Stacking. That's right. All over the place, stacking.
Yes. It started getting out of control to the one point, all of a sudden, the bookshelf just
collapsed. And that's when you know.
Oh my gosh.
And that's when she knows she had one book too many.
Yes. I'm like, oh my goodness.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's good trouble right there.
Yes. Oh yes, definitely. But I love reading. I started when I was young.
Yeah.
I mean, reading was like something in our house that it was a thing to do, that you were going to read. Whether you read the newspapers came in the house, there was the Bible, there was any position in church, there was a book, you could learn how to do that. So there's always a way to learn something. And then my parents had their own personal books that, they liked to read, but they wasn't showing us what they was reading, but, I was being nosy. So, okay. But I love all types of books. Mystery, I think, was my favorite in the beginning.
Okay.
Because we watched all the like cop shows or murder mystery kind of shows.
Yeah.
So mysteries, Agatha Christie was like my first love.
So you read a lot of Agatha Christie books? Mm-hmm. It's funny because I have not read a single Agatha Christie book. I've watched Agatha Christie shows.
Okay.
But I don't think I've read a single Agatha Christie book.
I think that was because it was like a puzzle.
Yeah.
You had to try to figure it out to the end. And sometimes it was, oh, okay, I knew that was going to happen. And sometimes like, oh, wow, that happened. So I love mystery. Like James Patterson is one of my favorites.
One of mine too. Yeah.
You know, I always say like, he go to sleep, he wake up, he got a new book.
Yeah, and they're easy to read. I love James Patterson books. So you can read a James Patterson book in one day.
Yes. I love the small chapters.
Yes. Me too.
Walter Mosley, I love him. I love how he writes. I like Iceberg Slim. I learned about this street life.
Yeah, Al has a lot of Iceberg Slim books. I love Walter Mosley too. I have a lot of his books as well. But let's talk about your book club. Let's talk about the invitations that you send out to all the people to be a part of your book club. Yes. I love book clubs.
Yes, trying to build community around something that I love and that other people love. And it's something fun. And then I've learned to read all types of different books. So I've been in I have an online book club, the Avid Readers Unite book club on Facebook. But we also get to meet in person as well. Mm-hmm. I used to be in a book club at Clifton Public Library, but then I couldn't get, and that's how my book club actually was born from there. Right, because I was having car trouble, it was the weather, I couldn't get it, but I enjoyed the people because they were like retired professors. And some of the books they were reading, I'm like, we're reading this? Why?
Yeah. Now, you would need to have a lot of time. Let's talk about the time. Because all of us, time management, you do a lot of work on time management as well. Yes. Because it takes a little bit of time management for you to be able to get into reading books on a monthly basis. Because, girl... Because y'all can't see me, but I'm about to pick up the book. I think this was the last book that we've spoken.
Oh my God, girl, it was so good.
Girl, I didn't even read it yet.
Oh
okay, because so I got the book, and I'm talking about Harlem Rhapsody. That was the last book that she had in her book club. I got the book.
I remember you.
Yes, man, and I'm telling you, I talk about a busy life. talking about everything you're trying to do and trying to fit in. We're talking about time management, which you have given so many hints on how we can do some time management, which ain't been working for me. Because I literally don't have time, girl.
But that was supposed to be our April book. But you notice I extended it to May.
And as you can see, we in June. And Caroline's still holding the book in her hand that she ain't even open to read yet. But I was going to come anyway. Like, I don't know. Because I'm trying to keep up with the book. I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah, I didn't do it because I didn't see any. Sometimes I'll still do like a post about what the book was about.
Right.
Sometimes I do get together and still do it, or I'll go in my Zoom room and still hold it anyway.
Yeah.
And just come, because really, when you get into that book, it's a love story.
Okay. Well, I do plan on reading it, and I'm hoping that I will be able to read it soon. I'm hoping to clear some space, not only just for reading, but also to do some of my writing as well. But I do love, and I'm going to keep on being part of the avid book reader, because I know, and you introduced me to so many interesting books, because you, being such an avid reader, you have so many books that you love to read. Let's talk about some of the books, because they're all over the place. We're not just reading love stories. We're reading all different types of books. The last month, I think it was, not last month, but your last one, it was it Bell Hooks?
That was February.
February. See, look how behind. What was March?
I can't remember.
Yeah, but I had that book in my Kindle, so I was like, "Ooh, I got this book." And see, the good thing about that is that I had it also as an audiobook, so I could listen to it in my car.
That's what I had for that one.
Yeah.
Where's my book?
Yeah. So I decided to just purchase this, even though I might have been able to get it as an audiobook. I wanted to read it, really read it. And so that's why I said, okay, I'm a commit to buying this book, not as an audiobook, because I honestly thought that I was going to spend some time reading. But unfortunately, Linda, that did not happen.
Look, life happens. Look, I told you I had to extend it from April to May because life for me had gotten busy. So we did that one. I did two. It was All About Love by Bell Hooks.
All About Love, yes. I did listen to that in its entirety on my audiobook, yes.
And Separated. That was good, because that was actually talking about immigration and what was really happening.
Okay.
And I think they went even back to Obama presidency.
Okay.
And how really all of the presidents have had issues with immigration and really fine-tuning this thing. And it was like a story of a person and their life story. So it was actually good. It was from a new person who joined the group.
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what? I try to give it out every month. It's we in June. So now is the opportunity for, hey, you want a book for us to read? Mm-hmm. If not, you're going to read what I like.
Okay. And see, and as you can see on my table, I got a couple of books here, right?
Okay.
Because I wanted to, well, first of all, I want us to still talk about your love of books, mm-hmm. but I wanted to give you a couple of books.
Oh.
Okay. And I wanted to also see if I'm going to present this particular one for us to maybe delve into. It's a 6 week guide, but I wanted to talk to you about that. But like you said, because you take you just everybody just throw it on there and then you're gonna see where it go. But I want to talk about the books that you have read, and I want you to give us some recommendations.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about some of the books you have read, the books that you haven't read. The books that you have in your possession that you haven't read yet. But I want you to talk about all the books that you've read and some of the recommendations that you can have for us to. And also, if you can just delve right on into that time management too, like, oh my gosh, please, Lord, I would love to have some time to sit and read a book.
Well, I've done this with a person. I've helped them get back on their reading journey. So I find a lot of people say, oh, I used to read so much, I love to read, but life is in the way. Life is in the way.
I want life to get out the way.
Right. So what I did for the person, then we'll talk about some books I can remember off the top of my head.
No, I'm not. No pressure. No pressure.
So
books that have impacted your life, most definitely.
Oh my God, Rest is Resistance by Tricia Hersey. That is an awesome book because she talks about that rat race that we have in our system because it's based off of who our forefathers and foremothers because they worked so hard all the time because they were forced to have that type of mentality. But once, let's say we were, free for those who were enslaved, and some of us weren't, We kept that mindset that you gotta work hard, gotta work
hard, yeah.
Right. So I'm going to do a thing on, have I learned the power of rest, or am I just lazy? Because sometimes people, you say, well, I'm going to take a nap. Oh, you just lazy. You're in the bed all the time. No, I learned how to rest.
See, and I'm so, thank you, Linda, for bringing that up. Because, I almost don't like the word lazy.
It's not nice. It's a derogative.
It is derogatory.
Yes.
And it makes, and I fall into this category because you don't want to be perceived as lazy. Mm-hmm. You work yourself to death.
Come on.
There needs to be some lazy in me. There needs to be some lazy in my schedule because I'm doing too much. I'm filling every empty space. And every empty space don't need to be filled.
No, it does not.
And if it's not being filled, you don't need to have the label of being lazy. I'm not lazy because I decided to rest, like you said. I'm not lazy because I decided to put me first.
Right.
And I think that word is what we get caught up on.
Yes.
You're just being lazy, right?
I'm definitely going to do something with that topic.
That would be amazing.
Because of that, because I've heard it a lot. Because I take naps. Naps are serious. Mm-hmm. And I took naps a lot when I had back issues because I couldn't do nothing but lay down. I couldn't sit up. Yeah. And people didn't realize the pain that I was in. But now I truly have learned how to rest, and it's okay. And I wrote a post about it, and thank you for commenting on my post, because sometimes I really want to know. I want to question. I don't want to just I want to have a conversation there, building community, where I said, what was your Saturday like? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, laying around in your pajamas is a plan.
It is a plan. I wish I could have been able to do it, but I had my grandbaby.
Right.
But,
right. But that was still joyful.
It was joyful.
Because you enjoy your grandbaby.
Yes,
you enjoy her. You know what I mean? The last Saturdays, I was in workshops. Now, mind you, I had planned those out.
Yeah.
And I enjoy and I gained from them. But this time, I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. I don't want to.
And you say to yourself, like I was telling Kayla, who's my grandson's girlfriend. All right, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are straight meetings every day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So if Sunday I decide that I'm not going to do nothing, I'm going to sit around and just put my foot up, and I'm just going to just relax because I know I got to go to work on Monday, right?
Right.
I somehow feel guilty about, and I say to myself, okay, Caroline, this could be a great day for you. Now you need to do this, and you should do that, and maybe you should clean your house. Maybe you should. And I feel really guilty about saying, I'm not going to do nothing today because I'm tired.
Right.
And I really need to just rest because I've been doing things all week. But there's a guilt that comes with.
Yeah. And that helps lead you to burnout, because that guilt makes you keep working. That's why the book Rest is Resistance is definitely a good book. But I read it, I was like, I can go back to this book and just keep reading it, because she gives you stories, she gives you actual action steps that you can do to help you, and she gives you a starting point of where maybe this stuff has come from. Because we watched our people work. Yeah. They always were working. I saw them that because they were getting ready for work.
Yeah.
And maybe at night when they came home, but they were always moving.
Always moving.
So we have to learn how to slow down to speed up, because our body needs to rest. Even when we do like a workout. Let's say I bought a book on working out. Well, then they're going to tell me that working out 7 days a week is not, your body has to rest at least 2 of those days. So you can work out hard the 5 days, but then the other 2 you need to be in relax so your body can replenish, and that helps with sleep. Yeah. Like I have a book on sleep. How to sleep. Yeah. What's it good for? Because your body is replenishing. And sometimes we'll say, well, I need 2 hours. No, you don't. You need about 7 to 8 hours. And depends on your gender. They even have different numbers for your gender. Of how much sleep you need. So there's always things you can read about and offer, whether it's a big book or a little book. Now, as far as like your time, you just have to see, like the person I helped. I said, okay, so you want to get back into reading. Okay, they have a busy life. I said, okay. So what do you do before bed? Oh, well, I said, okay, first of all, we need to figure out what's your bedtime. So let's do an hour before your bedtime. Make sure everything is done. Turn off the TV. If you like music or something, just be in relax time, right? that's where you can get, even if it's just 10 minutes. You don't even have to start with a whole half hour. Do 10 good minutes, or even like 2 pages. I want to read 2 pages uninterrupted. Because sometimes we'll say, oh, the TV's on and I have the book. Well, wait a minute, what they doing over there? And you think
I think you think that we're overstimulated then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And relax, because the book reading, especially it's starting at nighttime now, it's not going to put you in relax because it's a boring book. Now, there are those out there that I don't really care for, but it's going to put you in a relaxed mood. Reading kind of like relaxes your body. It puts you in like mellow. So I would say don't get like a real action-packed book either, because then you're going to want to stay up like me.
You want to stay the reader. You want to...
Or just something just to relax you, and then get started, because that 10 minutes will get to 15 minutes, and then you'll get to 20 minutes, and then it'll keep going. You're like, oh, a good half hour before I go off into sleep. And that's what she did, and now it's working for her. So now what she also does, she gets up a little bit earlier, and she'll read something, whether it's something motivational, whether it's something, because she wants to get through a book.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I can't be a part of your book club because how many weeks? I said, look, we got 3 to 4 weeks. I said, because when I had my other book club in Clifton, it was 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you came in and they say, you're not finished. Why not? Well, let's get to the parts that you did.
So it's about prioritizing.
Yes. Yeah. You have to prioritize what you want. And you also don't want it to be a chore. Like, if it's something that you want to get into or you want to get back to, you want it to be a space where you're happy about doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want another chore. I don't like chores as it is.
Because then it's just something else you're checking off of your list, right?
Right. Are you reading it to read? I'm reading it so we can talk about it, so we can build that community.
Yes, I love the discussion part of it. That's the part I love.
Exactly.
Being able to discuss the book. This is why when I found that I didn't have time to actually sit and read, that's when I started to just order these books on Audible, because it takes me 30 minutes to drive to work every day, right? So in the every day, 30 minutes a day, or actually an hour a day, because it's 30 minutes going and 30 minutes coming back. Then you can at least read. And sometimes when I'm in there washing my dishes, I tell my Alexa, just
right.
Play my audiobook. So that way, that's how I'm able to read the amount of books that I'm able to read, because I'm listening to them. Right. And it's easy for me. There's a lot of people who don't like audiobooks. I get that.
I just started maybe 2 years ago. But it was because my eyes were hurting. And one of my good friends said, why don't you try Audible, so that way your eyes get a break and you just listening. And she was right. So I do both. I do both now. And also you can do it. You can get it from the library. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. You can just get it from the library. Audibles.
You can get Audible books from the library. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can borrow. And, you can borrow.
I need to. First of all, you probably need a library card, right?
Yes.
That's my first thing I need to do, is invest in a library card. Let's talk about a library card right now, because so many people don't understand how important the library is. I'm just trying to get back into the library because of my granddaughter.
Oh yeah, she would love it. They have whole sections.
They have whole sections, right?
Just
and
for them.
I don't want to have to keep buying all these books that she's going to outgrow. So, being able to take her to the library, and like you said, borrow. We don't have a library card, and I guess I need to get one.
It's easy. All you need is an address.
Yeah, maybe I used to have one when my kids was growing up, but then we just started buying books. But I'm gonna go back to
because they try to get rid of libraries. So I always tell people, go to the library, use it, because even when I do my book swaps, I do it at my library so that people can actually go downstairs and get a library card.
Yeah. But you have to live in the city that you get your library card from, right?
Your main one. So in East Orange, if you have a library, you go there, but then you can go throughout Essex County and go to all the libraries.
With the East Orange library card?
So they'll do it by county. They'll allow you to go, like if you're, what's another city in Essex County?
Newark or Irvington or...
Right, so you can go...
Bloomfield or Montclair. So I can go to any of those libraries with my East Orange library card. It's like a reciprocal program, like...
Correct.
Like when you go, like for the museums as well, because I'm a Newark Museum member.
Yeah, our library just started doing museums in New York, our Patterson Museum. So they just they just got on board with that. So I have to see if they have Newark in there as well.
As a reciprocal. I think you have to be a certain amount of miles away. That's why I'm asking about the books. Because I think with the museums, like I'm a Newark Museum member, but I can't use my membership for certain museums within a certain radius, I guess.
Oh, okay. Because I know ours, I can go to the Metropolitan Museum in New York. Mm-hmm. So I know I can do that. But I know Clifton Library was doing that, and I was asking them about it. They said, you have to go to where you live, and then they can help you out with that part.
Okay, yeah. So I got to do a little bit more research, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to first go ahead and get my
definitely get
my library card, and then get a library card for Naomi probably can't get one because she's 4, but
right. She can use yours or her parents. She can use either. But definitely, so there's an online. So let's say you have no more room for books.
I have no more room for books, as you can see, as you're looking through, and you see, and I got 2 giant bookshelves in the basement. I don't know why. I feel funny getting rid of books because I don't want to get rid of books because at this particular point, while they're trying to ban books and burn books, I'm trying to keep every single book I got. So it's funny because we don't have the space for all these physical books, but I keep saying in my next house I'm going to have a whole entire library that's just for books.
Have you ever seen the movie? What's the name of the movie with the Beauty and the Beast, the cartoon?
Yeah, okay.
And you saw all the books? Oh, that's my house. That's what I need.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we need. That's what really prompted me to start using Kindle. I know a lot of people don't like Kindle.
It's hard for me to read it.
Yeah, is it really? You know why it's easier for me to read a Kindle? Because I can, my husband, he teases me because I make the writing so big. I'm like, he's like, dang, I can see that book from the moon. He's like, I can see, like, why you need that writing so big? I said, you just don't know because my eyesight and because of the strain on my eyes. Yes. But that's why I like the Kindle because I can make the writing bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm saying even this,
No, but this was good because I had no idea that this was really going to be a love story. Now they're talking about W.E. Du Bois, right, and his role in the Crisis magazine.
And I really want to read this because I think it's really probably good.
Right. Yeah. So they talk about all the things that were happening in the 1920s and beyond and all of that stuff. But it's a love story.
Is it about the Harlem Renaissance as well? There's a lot of that in there as well.
A little bit off and on. Because the main thing was about his inability to stick to one woman.
Okay.
Right, but she didn't want to just throw that in and tarnish what he had done as far as being an activist for us. But that's a part of it. And also there's a woman, Jessie, who is his editor, that you never heard her story. And if it wasn't for her, Langston Hughes wouldn't have been around, Zora Neale Hurston. She was a part of raising up people, but we never heard about her.
And this is what I'm saying about those unassuming people who do all this work in the background, who do all this stuff. Yeah. And
her story was never told.
Right. There's so many stories that are never told. So in a book sense then, are you more apt to read a story about someone who has made significant impact in other people's lives, whose story, like biography, I guess? Are you more prone to read a biographical book, or you just, because you started out saying you like Agatha Christie, but I know you like all books. So do you have a pull toward biographical books? No. So do you not even like them, or do you not prefer them?
No, I like them. I just really started liking, because I thought they would be boring. But then I started reading them. There was one called the Black German, I believe. And I learned about that story from Whoopi Goldberg. She was talking about it on The View. And I was like, we in Germany? And then in my head, I'm like, yeah, we everywhere.
We everywhere.
And it was about the made-up story. And he was he was there, but then he wasn't accepted in Germany or for African Americans. He was having an issue being accepted with either group. He tried to serve. They're like, no. He said, but I'm German. He said, but you're still black, so you can't serve. And it was like that story. So I get pulled, and based on, like, if you're telling me about something, I'll read the jacket. And sometimes it's the cover. And I'll read the jacket and see, well, let me see, am I interested? Oh, okay. All right, I'll read that. So I don't have like a
There's no
rhyme
like
or
specific.
reason.
So you'll read anything. So you'll read my book that I just gave you right now.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. So I have a book club too.
Okay.
But it's through the ministry. When we're done with our ministry work through the summer, we'll pick up a book.
Okay.
And we'll, like you said, we'll read that book and then we'll discuss it. We'll usually take one book to get us through 3 months. So we're not talking about 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because everybody busy.
Good.
But like, for instance, the last one we did was called, this one here that I'm going to give you is called What They Taught Me. And this is a book about, it says recognizing the mentors who will take you from dream to done. And because we were a mentoring group, I felt like this would be a great place for us to start. So it's like little stories of individuals who talk about what mentoring meant to them. I want you to have this book.
Oh, thank you.
And the reason why I want you to have this book is because I know you do a lot of this too. And I think that this might be an opportunity for you to not only read it yourself, but even use it as a study guide for some of the things that you're doing, because that's how I used it as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, this book we didn't get to yet.
Uh-oh.
It's one of the ones that I thought that I was going to use for my my ministry as well. It's called The Sound of a Million Dreams, Awakening to Who You Are Becoming. And again, Linda Miller came to mind when I saw this book. So this book right here, you see I got lots of those books there because I get these books, and what I do with my book club is I buy the books so that we can all have it. So I want you to have this as well, because I think that this is also not only a book that you are going to get something out of it, but because you have so many workshops. These are those 2 books right there. I know that I feel in my heart that Linda Miller can make these like workshops. And these are all great things. And when I think about the workshops that I do and the ones that I want to do, and maybe when I'm listening to the advice she was giving me, even about the workshop that I want to present for secretaries, I'm always thinking about, it doesn't have to be about, like you said, about secretary work, but about how we can form. I'm always about forming relationships and how we can bring relationships together. So I'm thinking about ways that I can take what I already do on an everyday basis, what I've been doing for the last 30 years, and bring it to where I'm at. So I thought about you, like I said, for these 2. Now, this one right here. No, because this is the one I want to present to your book club. Okay.
When are we doing this?
And this is called the Friendship Challenge.
Okay.
It's a 6-week guide to true reconciliation, one friendship at a time. And I thought that this would be a great way to have a group discussion about trying to understand what friendship is all about. We talked about that earlier. I mean, friendships take cultivation, and sometimes friendship takes mending.
Yes.
Because you've damaged that friendship, you've done something, and but I thought that this would be a great way for us as a group collectively.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give this to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you to let me know if this is something that you would like to present and do.
Yes.
and I would like.
I take all suggestions.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there because we both have the same love, and even though we have different, how can I say? We're doing different things. We're doing the same thing.
Right. Exactly.
We're doing the same thing, but we have different, I guess, thematics about it. But you know how I feel about collaboration.
Yes, that's my word for the year, collaboration.
Yes.
Let's go.
And you and I have talked about collaboration. In fact, I'm going to say that Linda Miller has done a workshop for one of my ministry lessons too. While I was celebrating my 30th year, she came in.
That was so much fun.
She came in and she did a workshop, which we greatly appreciated. So I would love to keep this collaboration going. I really do.
Yes.
I really want us to start doing some things together. And I'm not even just talking about with NEA or the union or education.
We got other lives. We
got lives outside of that. And I would love for us to continue our collaboration into some work that we can do together, because I respect you.
Oh, thank you.
I respect the work that you're doing. I love what you're doing. And I just think that we could work together. Plus, I'm building this friendship. with you.
Yes, we
And
do
I want
active work together.
Yes, and I want to actively bring you into my personal life, as I'm hoping that you will allow me to come into your personal life as well, so that we can build some friendships, some authentic friendships together. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your life. So
you are welcome.
So those gifts I want to give you, and hope that we can move forward with the last one.
So what month we doing this? Because we got 6 weeks, so
that's what I'm saying.
Do you want it to be a summertime? Do you want it to be a
that's
September
what I'm saying.
time?
If it's going to be a summertime, we need to get started. So if we do a, let's count it backwards 6 weeks from September when we go back to school. Like, when is that? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm asking you because I haven't done the 6 week count backwards. So whatever that is, maybe we can get started. Like, is it July? So we figure 1 month is 4 weeks, right?
Yep.
So we would really need to maybe start that. But both of us are going to be at RA at the end of, so you know what I'm saying.
That doesn't matter.
But I would love for us to get started with that, like the middle of June. We just started. Today is June 1st, everyone. But I would love for us to get started.
Okay, so we can actually do June until we can do like the end of July to talk about it.
Okay.
So we can have people can get time to get the book.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna go double. So we're gonna go from June into July because I believe there are things to do, action steps. Yes. So we can.
Well, I'm gonna say right now on these airways that I brought 10 copies of that book. 10. I just gave you one. And I'm gonna need one for myself. So I got 8 books that I'm willing to give to any 8 people who want to join this conversation and this friendship. I'm gonna put that out there. There's 8 copies available.
Okay.
And if you would like to be a part of this, you can get in touch with Linda, and Linda can tell you where you can get in touch with her after her book club. And then we will provide 8 copies of this book to 8 individuals who want to be a part of it. I'm willing to do that.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's a blessing. So what I'll do is I'll be on the Avid Readers Unite book club. I'll put it out there. I'll put it on my personal page as well.
Thank you for listening to part 3 of my candid conversation with Linda Miller on Real Talk with Real People, Candid Conversation with Dr. Caroline Bethea-Jones. Hope to see you again for part 4.